So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Today we're going to speak about two players, one potentially coming in, one potentially going out. And we're also going to speak about our youth team coach and Steve Bold. Not quite sure what his job role is because he don't appear to actually do anything. We'll come on to that a little bit later on. Let's start with Alberto Moreno. The Liverpool left back has been frozen out this season, and rightly so as well. They've got Robertson, they signed him from Hull City, and they've basically turned him into the best left back in the world right now. That guy, everything he touches turns to a great cross, which ends up in the back of the net. He's a great defender as well, so rightly so, Moreno's been frozen out. But he is a free transfer, having spent 5 seasons at Liverpool. 26 years old, so still relatively young, still got maybe 4 or 5 years left in him. He's 27 next month, 5th of July is his birthday. 32 league games he has played in the last 3 seasons, which is just, wow, unbelievably low. They signed him for £12 million from Unai Emery's Sevilla. Worked together over there. His last league appearance, I was shocked when I see, his last appearance, not his last league appearance, his last appearance full stop, was an FA Cup 3rd round victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 7th of January. The guy has not kicked a ball for 5 months. Wow. Overall, in the 5 years he's been there, 141 appearances, 3 goals, 11 assists. Now, do I want this guy at our club? No, is the short and direct answer to that. Nowhere near good enough. I don't think he was good enough for Liverpool even before they got Robertson. The guy's got so many mistakes in him. He's lost bags of pace. His pace has dried up massively. When he first came to Liverpool, he looked half decent, but he has declined so quickly. And the fact that he was happy to just see his contract out and walk out for nothing shows the sort of calibre of person he is. You know, at the end of the day, why didn't he want to leave last summer? Why didn't he want to leave the summer before? The guy's played 32 games in 3 seasons in the league. Why are you happy with that? What, you're happy taking your big paycheck, not wanting to go and further your career? I don't get it. Not for me. No chance. I don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. And as much as I don't rate Kolasinac is a better player than him. Nacho Monreal is 10 times the left back this guy is. And even though Nacho's getting on a little bit now, I'd still rather see Nacho Monreal play next season over this guy. Send him off somewhere else. I do not want him at Arsenal. Let me know in the comment section down there what you guys think to Alberto Moreno. Would you want to see him at Arsenal? He's a free signing, so no transfer fee, but obviously the wages would be quite ridiculously high. Can we afford to go down that route again with yet another left back? We did it with Kolasinac. I'm not so sure that we should be doing it with this guy. Not good enough. We can do better. Anyway, on to the second person we're going to speak about today, and that is Granit Xhaka. Yes, I know I spoke about him yesterday, but there has been a development, and that is his cousin. His cousin has come out with a statement, and this is the same cousin that called his move to Arsenal all them years ago now, 3 seasons ago. He has had this to say: I want to let you know that the news is true. Granit is expected to leave. The process has taken like 2 months. His request was to qualify for Champions League, which didn't happen. His family basically agreed this. I will tell you, the amount that needs to be paid by Inter Milan, which is £55 million. I hope you guys are happy and thankful about this news. Now, first things first, why is Granit Xhaka calling the shots when he's under contract for 4 more years? His request was to get Champions League. Well, maybe, just maybe, Granit, if you hadn't have played like an idiot in some of them games, Brighton at home giving away a penalty, for example, and walking off like you didn't have a care in the world, maybe, just maybe a small little chance, bruv, we might have actually got in the Champions League. But I'm over the moon if this happens. Never rated him, don't get it, not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. The reported fee, £55 million. Did anybody see his mistake last night for Switzerland against Portugal? He basically gifted the ball to them on halfway. Portugal broke away. Ronaldo doing what Ronaldo does, putting it in the bottom corner. Now, Granit Xhaka for Arsenal has actually played 134 games, 11 goals, 16 assists. And like I said, his contract does expire in 4 years' time. So based on that, it isn't ridiculous to think that he would go for in the region of 50 million quid. Is he worth that? Hell no. This guy ain't even worth 55 quid. He is garbage in my opinion. I genuinely do not see what anybody gets with this guy. I don't get it. He can't pass. When he does pass, it's 160-yard diagonal every other game. He can't tackle. He don't track runners. His positional sense is all over the gaff. He's so one-footed that he has to take a touch with his right to get it onto his left. And I've just been flattered to be deceived by this guy. I don't get why we spent £35 million out on him. If we can get anywhere near 35 million quid or even more, rip their arms off, send him over there on the next available flight. In fact, charter the flight so you know he's going to get there. But again, let me know what you guys think. Last but by no means least, Freddie Ljungberg. He's currently our under-23s coach. They finished second, the under-23s, to Everton last season. And he done really, really well. Worked wonders with the kids. He came in, he freshened it up. He's got all the kids rocking and rolling down there. Eddie and Nketiah banging goals. You know, Joe Willock's playing well, scoring goals as well. Really, really good stuff from Freddie Ljungberg. And I was surprised because he was with Jonker over at Wolfsburg as the assistant manager. And he left that position to come to be an under-23s coach. In fact, he actually came in as the youth coach and then went to under-23s, I think. I may have that wrong, but I'm sure you guys will correct me, as you always do. But he is being tipped, and there's not much news on this, so that's why I'm just going to keep it brief, because there's a few reports going around, but not a great deal of information on it, so I'm sure that'll come out in the next coming days. But there is reports that Unai Emery and Juan Carlos want him to be part of the first team setup, and they want Steve Bold to go. The one problem with that is the club rate Steve Bold. Work that one out. They actually want Steve Bold to stay in and around the club and actually swap positions. So basically become the youth team coach, the under-23 coach, working alongside Per Mertesacker, who's running Hale End. Now, I find this story baffling. Not that Freddie Ljungberg couldn't do a good job coming up to the first team. I think he'd be fantastic. The reports that are going around say that they want him, Emery and Juan Carlos want him to be the link between the first team and the youth team. And obviously, because he's been in the setup for the youth team, he knows what talent is there. He said before the Europa League final, he was quoted saying about Eddie and Nketiah, and that if his chance comes, then he deserves his shot because he's definitely ready to play. And he obviously got picked to be in the final squad. But I just don't get what this club see in Steve Bold. I genuinely can't see it. And maybe I need Specsavers, I don't know. But yes, fantastic centre-back. He's been a number 2 and a coach for years, 6-7 years now. Under Arsene Wenger and now under Unai Emery. And I genuinely do not get why the club value this guy. He's taking £30,000 a week reportedly out of the football club and genuinely don't do anything. He sits on the bench chewing his chewing gum. He walks around the training ground trying to hide behind the mannequins and picks up some combs. What, is that it? He's never on the touchline barking orders. It's always Juan Carlos or Unai Emery. So I don't get it. If Freddie Ljungberg gets the promotion, full credit to him, fair play. I will take that with open arms as long as Steve Bold is nothing to do with the first team. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll be back later on this afternoon with my live stream as per usual. I'll also be back in the evening at 9 o'clock with my On This Day, which is a new thing I started last night on my channel, a new series. It's going to be going forward every single day on this day. If there's something to talk about one of the days, I'm talking about it. So go back and check that out from last night. Stick the notification bell on and I'll catch you on my live stream. I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.